Hi guys, who am I? Royal Mail. Making this video just to show you the deck I've made in this free-to-play account here in NA. As you can see, the collection is pretty poor. I have some cool epics that I've had the luck to pull from the packets, of which one was the one single force of nature. And the other lucky thing I pulled was a useless legendary that I disenchanted and created a Fell River with. So I say, for example, class like the Huntress has basically nothing. This is something extra, yes, I could just disenchant for dust. And that's the deck in question. So that's the famous, let's say that Mech Druid free to play. So all the description of the cards and why I picked those cards are already on Hearthpwn, and the link you need to find in the description of the video. So Fell River is one of the best cards ever. People are scared of using it, but it's really powerful. I've done this deck, I've made this deck in 15 days with only extra packets, the one from login from your phone and the iPhones and the S6. All the stuff you could do with just a friend borrowing your phone, so it's not really buying anything. And the ones from the bros. Any gold I've made with quests and with the starting missions, when you get 100 gold for beating all the expert heroes and all that stuff, I spend them all in GVG packs just to get the commons to build the deck with. And I've crafted what I have left. I had on a side how much dust I needed to craft the whole deck, and then when I had the whole deck, I crashed a lot of stuff in my collection, pretty much anything I had at that point, and just create a deck. So as you can see, I'm legend. This is the first season. This is like a new account. See, there's no friends, nothing. Even the collection is pretty much non-existent. And yes, I've bought square packets, so I have no more gold left. I'll show you a couple of games just to see how the deck works and what's the reasoning behind it. Hopefully there'll also be quite some entertaining games. We'll see how we go. The aim of this deck is to just get the board control really early, exploiting the synergy of Mech and possibly using an Innovate. And let's just use the Arsenal deck tracker here to just show the deck. There we go. The meta in Legend is kind of different from the one in Ranked, well, before Legend, but it should be good enough to show you how this works. So we obviously remove the Pulse Shredder that is not on curve. You can use the Darnassus to be an extra Mech Warper. I put it in the deck because it's a different Mech Warper. Generally, you can only get one Mech Warper of value. It's not likely for people to let you use the Mech Warper for too long, so it's an extra ramp. So as I said in the post on Hearthpwn, in the deck list, if you don't feel confident running Darnassus Aspirant, you can exchange it for Cogmaster to exploit more the mechs. As you can see now, we're just starting to develop a board. Already have a Fell River. There we go. So it's one of those 50-50 matchups, because generally they're better than us at keeping the board control, but we can try to wrestling down for them. So we just spread the Darnassus here, face. It's also an aggro deck, so we also need to go face a lot. Just to put pressure, you need to develop a board, use your Savage Roar to just overwhelm the opponent. The earliest I've closed the game is turn 4. I've actually, out of 95 wins, I closed 4 times at turn 4. So here, just to keep on putting pressure on the opponent, we just remove this one. And we go face. And we keep on using Spider Tank. I could have used Harvest Golem, but I do believe it's better Spider Tank for the higher attack, because if he's going to use something like Argus that he didn't, go. And it's out of the range of a possible Dark Bomb, so. Now we can't use the Fell Reaver with stealth. That could be a godsend sometimes. But we're gonna risk it, I think. We're not gonna play on curve anyway. So may as well play the Fell Reaver and put some pressure on him. We'll force some trades from him. He has the coin, of course, as you can see from the deck tracker. But we don't care too much about the milling of the cards. We generally don't care too much. Coin, mills more cards. Power overwhelming. Ooh, Reliquary Seeker. Okay, no problem. Okay. So swipe. He didn't got a swipe. Doesn't matter. Tinkertown Technician. Freeze. That's pretty handy. Harvest Golem and go face. Now the only thing that stops us from winning is the second Argus. We don't really care if he plays Sea Giant. I don't think he will now, but that's pretty cool. And we have 6 plus 6, 12, and we have lethal. There you go. So we have much more than lethal. So Savage Roar now. Well played. Base. 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 I could also use, you know, powers. Million ways I could use it. Done. Easy. One game went really quick. The point is that generally if the deck works properly, you should have an empty hand by turn 2, 3. And that's what you should also try to do, just to get the control of the board as quick as possible. And that's why I found the Nourish to be a possible substitute for Fell Reaver or Force of Nature. That's often is just 6 damage for 6 mana, because you generally tend to use Savage Roar with the minion you have on board. So it's just an extra thing. But it's the 4 cards, the 4 epics are just what I would change. You could remove a Fell Reaver for a Lotheb. You can remove a Force of Nature for a Boom. The only cards I would change is just the 4 epics. And the Darnassus maybe if you want to have the Kogamaster instead, just to be more heavy on the mech side. As you can see, we are playing a 900 Legend with this 2500. The matchmaking kind of weird. So we should always try to look for early drops, early minions. And because we have no mercs guaranteed, so I'll change Tinkertown as well. So let's see. Perfect. If I had like Living Roots, Darnassus and Mech Warper, I will change the Darnassus because Mech Warper is more valuable than Darnassus. So even against Druid, actually, no, let's coin out the Darnassus. We have the Harvest Golem. And in the worst case, if he does Wrath, we can Hero Power, or you can even have Living Roots, actually. I generally play them as a minion, just to spam the board with, of course, minions. But sometimes in late game, I keep them... damn, okay. Let's just play on curve. Could have done Mech Warper and Living Roots for the 2 1/1s, but I'll be too vulnerable to a single swipe. Ooh. It's not the best play for him. Boo hoo hoo, I'm so sad for you. It's not true. Okay, so we could go under as well because I'd like to keep the Finicky Clock Field for the Fell Reaver, just to not make him a target from a big Emanter. So now if he has a swipe, it has to use it, or he's gonna be in big troubles. Innovate, Ancient of Law, Dr. Boom. Okay. That's 6, 8, 10 damage. It could be to 10, 14. Let's do that. Let's play on curve and let's flood the board and try our best. As aggro as we can be. So now he's in kind of trouble because of course he needs to clear the board as much as possible. Double row. I don't understand this. So that you can trade more minions. Okay, I get it. As many minions as possible. Ooh. Unlucky bomb there. Darnassus. So sad. As you can see, you force your opponents to make really horrible trades. And that's what generally wins you games. You force him to use poorly their resources. And that's generally what wins the game. Okay, we could put more pressure with this one. Or we could just swipe the face, trade this one in and go for more damage in. Or we could trade, put another body. No, we need to keep this one in case he uses 7 mana to put an Ancient of War. Let's first trade the Pater Shredder then. Okay, let's go with the Fair Rivet option and see what he plays. You need to try to be as aggressive as possible. You have a big amount most likely. But if he does so, he won't put up a taunt. Because with 4 mana, unless he has a second innovate. Big amount, of course. There's another bad play. Ooh, jeez, really? Because if he had something else to play, he should have played first something else and then Big Amounter. Okay, so that's 6 and 5, 11, so it's not lethal yet. But we can keep on pushing for damage. But in this case, we're just going to put damage down there. We're gonna use the face to trade, so that to keep the control of the board. So if he doesn't put a taunt, it's dead to the board. He of course doesn't know that we have Force of Nature in hand, so Force of Nature to clear. And I think we got this. Yeah, we get easy. Done. Easier said than done. Too easy. Let's also play a Purple Gnome just for fun and shits. Here you go. Shits and giggles. Dang. Dang. And then. As you can see, this deck is pretty aggro. Kind of works. Even in legend ranks, it's kind of efficient. Because it's one of those decks that if the deck works, there's no stopping it. I've closed games by turn 4. And I have games where by turn 3, I knew already that was going to be a win. It's kind of good as well against Reno decks, because like, by 6th turn I heal up, yes, but I won turn 5. You don't have the time to use Reno. I've outrun Face Hunters, and it's really cute to see the Face Hunter starting to trade, because he realizes that he's way behind on HP. So, as you can see, this deck is quite efficient. He needs to have the right card draws, but which deck doesn't? I think it's really efficient. I think it's really cool. I think it's the fact that it doesn't use any adventures at all is kind of good as a free-to-player, because with the money that you use to buy an adventure, you will craft this deck 100%, because the average value of a card pack is about 90-ish dust, and that counts as finding the cards whole. So if you buy just GVG packs from new account, you should be able to create this deck pretty easily. The Fell River, many people don't like them because they think it's too risky, but if they mill your deck and you still win, as I've done many times, I don't really care if you mill my deck. If I've won, it doesn't matter. They are only relevant if you die from fatigue. Not even if you reach fatigue, but if you die from fatigue. That's the only time that, well, the Fell River killed me here. If not, remember that you can silence the effect with the Keeper of the Grove. So you can either silence it straight away after, when you played it, Or in case, for example, of Paladins, you can wait till they play an Aldor on it, and then silence it, and then say greetings, and proceed to smack it to the face, or to the nearest target. So the point is, will this deck carry to Legend? Yes, it can. Will this deck make you grow a beard like mine? No, but it can still try. So this is the deck. There's a couple of games I've done that it went pretty well. I could try to play another game to see if I lose or not, but let's keep it up 2-0. If you have any questions, just write them down on the description, on the comments below, sorry. On the description will be my YouTube channel. You can subscribe there. My Italian Facebook page, because I'm an Italian streamer, so most of my stuff is in Italian. But you can still write, I can read and speak both. Leave a like on the video here. Follow my Twitch account. All the links will be below in the description. And if you want to see more decks that I made, especially in free-to-play mode or whatnot, or if you want to see more videos of me explaining stuff in my funny English accent, just please write down in the comments and I'll answer each and every one of you to the best of my possibilities. So everything is done, everything is said, and as usual, guys, see you next time.